What's going on? Coming at you again with the One Life podcast. Wanted to hit y'all with a different topic. You know what I mean? Wanted to get off the top 5 for a hot minute. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk about, men's rights pertaining to paternity, pertaining to this new Me Too movement, and just a lot of the things going on with men in America. And I think, I love women, of course. I think we all do, They gave us life. They're beautiful. There's so many different positives that I could say about a woman. But, that's not what this video is about. I'm not trying to, to sit here and simp for however long this video is. But what I wanted to talk about is men's rights. And one of the reasons that this came up, was about hip hop. It was about Dame Dash. I was watching Dame Dash. I'm not the biggest Dame Dash fan. I respect what he did in hip hop. I respect what he's done throughout his career, what he's still trying to do. His whatever it takes mentality is dope. But that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is I seen Dame Dash in a video looking stressed out, talking about there's a warrant out for his arrest because of child support or back child support. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, damn, I see this dude with his kids a lot. And his kids are at an age where if they wanted to complain about him or go on TV, on Instagram and call him a deadbeat dad, they could have did that. I seen him with his daughters, or seen him in past videos, and all this man talks about, whether positive, negative, real or fake, is his children and how he does everything for his children, or how he wants to leave a legacy behind. And for him to be in, or to have the possibility of going to prison, even for a night, for child support is insane. Like, I don't know what he's been doing for his kids or how much money he's given to his children within the past 5 or 6 years after the debacle with him, Jay-Z, Rockefeller, Biggs, but I'm pretty sure that he sat very pretty before that and treated everybody very, very good. It wasn't frugal at all. I'm sure he gave everybody, blessed everybody. Shorty started her business. She took it to the next level. I ain't taking nothing away from her. But I'm just saying, he was a part of that. So she should be at the top or at the forefront of saying, yo, nah. Yeah, he might be one thing, he might be this, he might be that. But jail is not where this man belongs. A courtroom over child support is not where he belongs. If they want to have a legal dispute over business, over her clothing line or whatever that is, that's cool. But over the children, that really, really, in their case, should not be handled in the court of law. And I think Dame Dash is an example of what happens to so many men in America with the way these laws are the way these laws are. It's like, yo, man, it's like the judge really needs to sit there and really be able to kind of see beyond just the law on paper and kind of take a look at the situation and read through the situation. And not every situation requires a man to go to jail or forces a man to have to come out of his pocket or garner his wages. It's like, how much does a woman need, or how much does a child need? Especially as the child starts to age and coming into teenage age and could go get a job and could go fend for himself. So putting so much stress on a man is incredible. So I'm like, men that have wealth, or men that's taking care of themselves, or men that are not taking care of themselves, there needs to be some sort of option where we have pro-life for women, where men should have some sort of option as well. We need some sort of opt-out clause, man, because going to jail and having to deal with these women for the rest of your life is serious. We're talking the rest of your life. You meet a woman, you might have had a one-night stand with her, you wasn't feeling her, that maybe it wasn't that good. You go about your business, you get a call, a couple of months later, she says she's pregnant. You like, yo, shorty, I ain't speak to you in a minute. And now you dealing with this whole whirlwind situation that you got to deal with for the rest of your life. The court system's involved, families involved, time's involved, and you got to deal with it. And when men say these things, the main thing that's said back is, well, you know what you were doing, you slept with the woman, and that's what it is. And I'm like, that's not really what it is, because the woman has the right to go into an abortion clinic and terminate the pregnancy. So it's not how it is, it's how it is based off of that woman's choice. So if the woman chooses to keep it, she gets to keep the child, make that decision, and that decision also affects you. So the decision of the woman gets to affect the man as well. So I'm not saying we should leave abandoned women or have a woman have to take care of a child by herself, because that's not an easy job. Taking care of a child requires a lot of care. I have children myself. I'm a father involved. My children, my family, we all live together. Beautiful situation I'm in. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about situations where a man sleeps with a woman and his intention at that particular time was not to have a child. So I don't know, man. I'm proposing maybe at the time of sex or before sex. You know what I mean? We, online we have so many different types of applications. Maybe there needs to be some sort of quick legal app that's made to where, you know what I mean, where there's a consent form where the man and the woman can say, listen, you know what I mean, this is a binding agreement. We're having sex and this action could change both of our lives. So we have an opt-out clause for the man where he gets to say, listen, if we have sex and if this sexual act means that you get pregnant, I get to opt out. If you agree to me opting out, then we can have sex. If the woman says, whoa, no, I don't like how that sounds, then she shouldn't sleep with that man. And that man shouldn't sleep with that woman. And they should keep it moving. If they choose to say, forget this agreement, then you know what? You get what's coming to you. But there has to be a choice somewhere. Somewhere along the line, there got to be a choice, because we're talking about prison time. This ain't owing American Express or a Visa or a MasterCard or, damn, I'm going into foreclosure. No, we're talking about bringing a new life into the world, and we're talking about prison. That's like, and we're talking about losing money. That's like all of the worst things that could possibly happen to you, as well as death and disease. That's on the list, man. Going to jail, losing all my money, being stuck with some woman for the rest of my life I hate. That's like on the list of the worst things that could possibly happen to you. You got paralyzed, you got so many different things, but those things are on the list. So something that serious, a man needs to have a choice. And I do believe that if that choice and that opt-out existed, a lot of women that were unfit to be mothers wouldn't go through with having a child. I'm not for abortions. That's not something I'm about. But I'm just saying it exists and women do it. And if you're not a religious woman, if you're not somebody that holds these beliefs dear to you that you would never do that, then don't do it because you want to trap a man when he told you he didn't want to do it. If you're a woman that completely under no circumstance will have an abortion, I'm with you with that. But if you selectively will have an abortion depending on the time of the man that you sleep with, then that's not right. That's not right. If you're a woman and you care, you got to understand how serious the system is and how much damage it could do to a man's pockets. It could put him in prison. It could change his entire life. So that's what I'm talking about right now. Men's rights, man. You know what I mean? And that Dame Dash situation. And even to a lesser degree, that Cardi situation, man. I want to touch on that real quick, because she got a lot of props for having a child, which I give her props as well. She was in a serious decision-making mode where she had to say, is she going to focus on her career, or is she going to take that time right now and have that child? And she chose to have that child. Much respect to her for that. But, Offset ain't get a chance to make that decision. No one gives him props for that. He just got to sit on the sidelines and however that should go, he just got to ride with it. You know what I mean? He could be in a position to where all he wanted was her to have the child. If she said to him, listen, homie, I got this career, I got these plaques, we're going to have to do that later on in our marriage. What's his recall? Oh, all right, fuck it. He could divorce her. He could do whatever he want, but that's going to be the decision made. So, again, men's rights, man. You know what I mean? That's how I'm going to end the video. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too far into this at this moment. I'm going to have more videos going into this topic or other topics pertaining to men's rights, but I think this was the first and one of the most important, being that you go to prison and it affects the rest of your life in so many different ways. So I'm going to leave it like that. You know what I mean? Later.